Okay, hello, welcome back. This is a continuation of the FM Towns mods that I've been doing. This is the thing. Recent purchase of mine off eBay. I thought it would complement the Doc Brown modification I've made on the FM Towns Marty. Nice neat board, very well constructed. I'm really impressed with the way this seller's dealt with this and has made all this great. That little interface board clicks onto there. Nice, only one chip sort of on the board, so quite simple in its construction. I'm sure he's made it look simple. So 3 parts of this kit. You've got the LCD, the little OLED, so to say, the LCD or OLED display, which helps you to navigate through what disk images you want to use at the time. This is an external one. That'll come apparent later on. So first things first, let's get this baby to bits and find out where this all fits. So normal things apply, same as last time. 5 screws hold the back of this on. They're just Phillips screws, so nothing special or exciting there. Once we've got the top off, it exposes the Doc Brown and the floppy drive. There's 2 small Phillips screws in the side of the floppy drive which hold it into the main chassis. That's about it really. It just slots out from there. Just being careful of the ribbon cable because we've got to reuse that. Pop that out, just pop the ribbon cable off. That's that. It's nice and easy, job done. Don't actually know if that actually still works anymore. This is one of the reasons why I did it. So brilliant design. This goes on really well. Slots into place quite nicely. So all you've got to be careful of is just that little tab slots into that side there, just to locate it properly. There you go, just clicks into place in that. So really well designed, holds in lovely. So take the little sticky adhesive pads off the little mount supplied and stick the unit down. Then place the ribbon cable in the back of there as I'm showing. That's nice and simple. That's it, that's the board in place. Then we move on to the actual interface. So there is a marker there, it shows you that number 1 pin, and that lines up with the red obviously on the ribbon cable. It mounts over the top of the Doc Brown. I've been using these little rubber feet just to allow me to, it doesn't rattle around in the body. So I'm going to do the same with this. I'm going to fit the interface board over the 2 mounting pins for the CD-ROM drive. And then I'm going to fit these little rubber cushions that were on the original CD drive. I just think it created a little bit of interference between the main case and the board, just held everything nicely sandwiched together. So just put a little kink in there just to tidy things up. It all holds together like a concertina. So there you can see the little rubber shock absorbers, as it were, in place. Everything's all nicely neat, very well designed. So I'm really pleased with how easy it is. It literally took me about 10 minutes to fit this in from start to finish. There's the external USB connection for your flash drive, where all your ROMs and configuration file is going to be kept. This is another option that comes in the box. You can have an external, almost like you do with Amigas sort of thing. You don't have an external encoder. I went for the internal one. So next thing's to pop your flash drive in your PC, download the configuration file. So the seller gives you a link to the configuration file which you put onto the root of your flash drive. The flash drive's got to be formatted in FAT32 and be of USB 2 or later. This little tool that they've included helps you batch convert ROMs and stuff like that if what you've got isn't really compatible with this. It does give you all the full instructions on the website. Once you've got your configuration file, your ROMs all converted and stored onto your flash drive, you pop it back into the FM Towns and boot her up, and you should see the list of games on the OLED display if you're using it. It pretty much is that simple. If you've done everything correctly, you should be able to load the games up no problem, and it emulates obviously the floppy drive, and also the sounds of the floppy drive, which is quite interesting. So this is it in practice. You turn the rotary knob to select the disk image of your choice. You press it down to select it, and then the FM Towns takes over and starts to load it up. So you can see selecting the game, the floppy LED recognises and, you know, lights the fact that you're accessing it. So the FM Towns doesn't really know any differently, like most of these emulators. What this basically does is now makes this machine foolproof. It stops it wearing out. I've now not got to worry about floppy drives that are worn out and not reading properly. So that FM Towns Marty is completely diskless. It's got the Doc Martin, you know, the Doc Brown CD emulator, so that it can play CD games without, you know, off SD. And now to finish it off, we've got this the thing which allows me to run any floppy drive images straight off of a USB stick. So it really does future-proof and gives me an opportunity to play more of the library and not have to worry about preservation or anything like that. I just keep a copy of everything. So there we go. There's the thing, which is available for the FM Towns Marty, and it complements it great. I'm really pleased that now that is fantastic bit of kit. It's all working diskless. I'm not going to worry about anything in the future. And there we go. A great bit of kit, not really well known in this country. You know, until I actually got one of these, I didn't really know much about them, but I've been really pleased now I own one, and now I've got it to this condition and this working state that I can sit back and enjoy it and listen and play it all to its lovely library. Anyway, if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again in the next video. Bye for now.